Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another Charlevoix Raider broadcast here in Charlevoix. This time, the Raiders taking on the Oscoda Owls. Coming up here from the eastern side of the state, Shane Smith and Gorney Ron Lugin and Burr Aubrey bringing this one to you. We're going to send it down to the field for our national anthem. We'll be back on the other side of this.
Thank you.
All righty, we want to welcome you into our Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, and Pregame Insurance pregame show. Again, Shane Smith along with Ann Gorney. Ann, welcome in. This is your first time joining in this year. I am very happy to have you, and I think a lot of our listeners will be as well.
I'm happy to be back with you, Shane. I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Missed the shenanigans, missed the antics.
I know, missed the banter.
Missed making fun of you on live air. Ladies and gentlemen, he's single. He's the new bachelor.
That's right. You know, speaking of Bachelor, the Golden Bachelor was around here in Charlevoix earlier this week or last week.
Somebody posted that they ran into him, said he was very nice and this and that, but I actually thought of you instantly because I know you love that show.
Ha!
And that's all good. I'm glad he was up in Charlevoix. We've had amazing weather. We have amazing weather tonight. This is absolutely incredible for the start of football season. And we talked earlier about how the beginning of the season is great. But if anybody texts in tonight, I want to know, when do you think it's going to start snowing this year?
There you go.
I want to know, when do you think it's going to start snowing?
So as we get into this thing, the Raiders are going to be kicking off. Of course, the Owls receiving here to begin the game. The Owls come into this game with a 1-2 record, losing a couple of close ones so far this year.
And you know, they did. The one that they lost with Elk Rapids, both teams just scored one touchdown. They lost by that 2-point conversion afterwards, 6-8. But Kalkaska, they lost in overtime, 14-20. So we'll see who shows up today. And that one went by and was recovered about the 29.
Yeah.
Ooh, 28-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. You were off by a whole yard.
Off by a yard. Dan Terryboyer is announcing tonight, and he corrected me.
He did. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be doing that a lot so far, or over the course of this broadcast. But a little bit of information about these teams. Of course, Oscoda comes into this one with that 1-2 record. Both losses were within 6 points, including to unbeaten Kalkaska so far in the season. So Oscoda, they've got some experience under their belt so far coming up against Charlevoix. Speaking of Charlevoix, the Raiders have outscored their opponents 94-25 through the first 3 games of this season so far. As we look to get into our first snap of the game, it'll be a run right up the gut, QB keeper. And a gain of maybe a couple there.
Yep, I'm looking down, I see 75 helping up number 70. Oh.
So
Tackled
Whistler and Grogan there.
Yeah, I'm looking at Andrew Grogan. Was the last one up from that pile up. And I was looking, too, earlier at our Northern Michigan Football Conference leaders, and Charlevoix being 3-0 is really well ahead of the conference right now. And I'm expecting a W tonight, as I always do with the Raiders. So we'll see what happens. Passing off to number 6, hand it off.
Yeah,
nice run.
Yeah, gets to the sticks here. That'll be Casey Nelson.
Wrapped up. Would have gotten farther had it not been for number 78 for the Raiders, Andrew Glass. Yep, I was thinking he crossed that first down marker. So good for him. Casey Nelson on that carry. Nice carry. And like we said, it's a beautiful night. We're hanging around 70 degrees right now. We know that's going to cool down into the 60s. But you couldn't ask for better weather for football for these guys. And what a better place to be on a Friday night.
No, you really couldn't ask for better weather indeed. And I apologize here on our clock feature. At the moment, it is giving me fits. We'll try and get that sorted out for you, ladies and gentlemen.
You're too young to have fits.
I don't think so.
Quarterback keeper running up the gut. 75 for the Raiders. Sawyer Blazek got him by the legs. I want to know who finished that tackle. And it was Warchall and Titus in there on it, which is fantastic. I'm looking at only about 2 yards on that run. Sending in a play for the Owls for number 2. Garreau. And also number 4, Weinstein.
And her first time back here this season has already been stepping up for me here as I get this. There we go. The clock is now back to being accurate. It was not cooperating, but we are good.
Number 12, Vicente Cole as the quarterback, but Weisenstein on that carry, and he got tackled immediately by an entire plethora of Raiders that were keeping that gap closed.
Bringing out the big words. Ann's heavy hitting so
Ooh,
far.
plethora means a lot to me.
I know. Oh, there you go. That was good. Man, did I miss this. Jeez. All right, 3rd and 8, 9:23 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun. Rearing back, looking for a pass, and that'll fall in the grass well short of the intended receiver. That was
He got hit by
Weinstein
Blazek.
again.
Oh, yeah. He got hit by Blazek right as he was throwing that. And what I will say is I love Blazek. Stayed there. He helped him back up, tapped him on the helmet. Good job. That's what sportsmanship is all about.
And that's the biggest thing. One of the shining spots of this Raider team, no matter what, is that there's been a lot of good sportsmanship carved into this program, and we're happy to see the football team representing not only the school but the town of Charlevoix so well. So with that will bring to an end Oscoda's first drive of this game. A high snap, kick up and away. It'll be a low line drive, bouncing its way down to about the 20, picked up by Moran, juking and jiving his way around to the 30, the 35, and comes down to about the 37.
It took 3 Owls to bring him down. That juking and jiving got him away from 2 potential tackles. I do love to see Ian Moran run, and I've missed it.
Well, you got to come around these games more often, though.
I should.
Yeah.
I should. But I'm in a different position now because anyone who had me as a teacher is now graduated.
Right.
So this is a first for me. And I haven't had any of these kids on the field, and I'm like, ooh, I'm being a little sentimental right here.
And I no longer was in high school with any of these players out on the field either. I'm officially aged out of that as well. So we're both, I don't know, what do you want to call us, obsolete?
We are not obsolete, ever.
Oh, boy. Fake handoff, QB keeper, not able to get anywhere there. Maybe about a half-yard gain.
But that was a nice fake because a lot of players were watching Moran on the run, and he was surrounded by white jerseys. But still, Vicente Cole helped bring him down, so he's playing double duty on both sides of the ball tonight. But they wrapped him up pretty well. Do I dare say the Owls flocked to him?
You know what?
Do owls?
I'll give that to you.
Do owls flock?
Not really.
Not
No,
really.
They're pretty
No.
independent birds.
Yeah, they are. They're beautiful birds.
They are. Yes, indeed. So 8:15 to go here in the first quarter. You wouldn't know it as I again adjust the clock. We've got another good, solid run up the center by Garrison Sterrett. Gain of a few.
Garrison, another senior on the team. I'll probably refer to him as G-Dog sooner or later in this game.
I know you did last year, so.
I did, and that was something with his mom, Nicole. And congratulations to her on her retirement, by the way.
That's right, yeah.
Saw her down in the stands, though, still here supporting her son and supporting Raider football, so that's fantastic.
Gosh, the number of teachers I've had in this school are getting fewer and fewer. All of them are retiring, including the one next to me who suffered with me for 3 years in high school.
You know I love you.
I
Still
love
love
you
you.
too.
Oh, quarterback keeper.
Yeah. And that will be right up to the line of game. We'll see if he got enough.
I think he did.
And he
that,
did, yep.
That was a great spin because he had 2 owls on him trying to drag him down. And that little spin got him over that line of gain. So first down Raiders.
Good tenacity by Colin Jess to get the extra oomph of effort in there and cross the line.
As a sophomore, being the starting
sophomore,
for
that's right.
varsity, that's fantastic.
Approaching the midfield mark here. Raiders at their own 48 with 7:10 to go.
Nice
And there'll be
handoff.
another, Ian Moran taking
Ian.
this one. Gets well into enemy territory, crashes down to about the 35.
For the Owls, that was Eschenberg, number 7, on that tackle, and just got his foot. I was seeing Ian going for that end zone right there, and I thought he was going to have it. But Randy Essenberg,
That could
I
be.
hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please somebody holler in and correct me. Eschenberg, but really got his foot.
So we've got a couple of shout-outs already on the line. The Blue Kingdom. Unfortunately, we're Spartan fans up here. Say hi to my friend Dexter Colton and Navy Morgan. And Let's Go Bruce from Weber's.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And another solid performance here by the Raiders. This time it's Kalen Titus working his way to about the 24-yard line.
Again, that was a fake to Moran so that number 7 Titus could take that ball for a first down.
And that is a Raider favorite, is to fake that off to Moran.
Ian is such a good running back that I think every team we play is going to be looking at him going, he's going to be the one carrying the ball. He's the one lining up in the backfield behind our quarterback, Jess. And so he's the one they're going to aim for.
And Moran lined right up there behind Jesse. Will take it this time. Gets about 5, down to about the 20.
That was a good gap from up here. You could see a nice wide gap made by that offensive line. So nice job by the O-line.
So it'll be second and a short 6 coming up here with 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Raiders methodically marching their way down the field. Just decent-sized plays. One big chunk play, of course, we saw a few moments ago by Ian Moran. Otherwise, solid 3 to 7 yard gains each play.
Number 70, Andrew Grogan, down at center. Replacing Hunter Lemoran, that's a hard guy to replace.
Yeah. Colin Jess, another good keeper here, but unfortunately the Owls, they swooped in and did not get him any yardage gain there.
We're here all night, folks.
We are.
We're here all night.
Gosh, I miss this creative side of me.
Missed you too, brother. Missed you too. Number 44, Grayson Warchall, running on the field with the play.
Yeah. Their sideline camera there, Ron Lugin, giving a good look. The Raiders as they come back to the ball. He's lined right up with the spot there, right at the 20-yard line to be exact. So we want to thank Ron for this time. He doesn't have to brave the elements too bad as we have a low snap there. Jess able to pick it up, but he'll be wrapped up nicely by Logan Griggs.
Yeah, 72, Logan Griggs for Oscoda Owls. He got right into the backfield right away, timed it perfectly, and got the sack. But that was a low snap, which the play fell apart a little bit. So it's 4th down. Let's see them come back from this because it looks like they're going for it.
I mean, yeah, you're deep into Owl territory no matter what. So good to at least try. We haven't seen a big pass play yet from the Raiders so far this game. So great to see what young Mr. Jess can uncork here early on. 3:50 to go still in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Each team has had a chance with the ball so far, and that'll be the first timeout called by the Raiders. So while we do that, we're going to step aside and take a moment to thank a couple of our fine sponsors, beginning with Ace Hardware, who is one of our pregame show sponsors. We'll be back on the other side of this.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey,
Dad. Brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
And here we are coming out of the timeout. The Raiders with a 4th and short 11 coming up here right about the Owls' 26-yard line. Jess looking for his first pass play of the game. Wide open. It's Carter Greenacre all the way in for the Raider touchdown.
Touchdown for the Raiders on 4th and 11. Jess gets the snap, fakes a throw, opens up, makes a little bit of hesitation for everybody, opens up number 5, Carter Greenacre, past the line again, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yes, indeed. Great to see. Carter Greenacre, again, a rising star in Charlevoix athletics. Very talented basketball player last year, and he's had some great looks so far this football season. And delivers the first touchdown of the game.
And we have number 60 kicking for the extra point.
Peter Janchulich. He's been almost perfect this season, only a couple of misses, and piles on to the make so far in this game, this season. So the Raiders go up 7-0, and we will stay right here to get on our first live read, thanking Bingham Insurance, who you just saw a moment ago. Running a small business can be risky. Charles knows all about that. One thing you can't leave to chance is your insurance coverage. Bingham Insurance wants to help keep you covered from the unexpected from happening. That's Bingham Insurance Company, representing Auto Owners Insurance of Charlevoix.
It's my insurance company. Just
There you
saying.
go. Yeah.
They've always treated us very well.
Nice.
And I'll go back to the commercial with Ace Hardware, too. I do like going into Ace Hardware because as soon as I walk in, they know who I am. And it's like, what can we help you find? And I'm like, they're always so willing to help everybody out and come up with ideas if you need a fix and things like that. And they've certainly helped me with that in the past. So,
And it's great having a family that's as involved in Raider athletics and Raider everything like the Grier Bells are. They've done so much for this community over the years. So
I absolutely agree. Do you know it was the Grier Bill family that when we first got all these graphing calculators, the school wouldn't fund any batteries for them?
Really?
Really, and
Of all things.
the Grier Bill stepped up and said, here you go.
Wow.
So they've even supported the math department
That's awesome.
for a few years. It was great.
And that'll be a kick fielded right about the 32-yard line. Gain of about 8 off of that from, is that number
4?
4? Yep, thank
Yep.
you, Weisenstein.
4 got, yeah, he's the one that got that kickoff. I'm not sure I feel really good for him catching the kickoff because he got swarmed by a bunch of Raiders and got brought down. But Crew Weisenstein, junior out on the field for Oscoda, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I am looking for the senior leadership here from O-line and D-line from 75 Sawyer Blazik and 78 Andrew Glass.
And we have certainly seen that so far plenty this season. In fact, Sawyer Blazik was our Culver's Concrete Mixer Player of the Game Award last week.
Andrew Grogan, he's another one out there on D-line right now, number 70 for the Raiders, another senior.
Yeah, and another big tackle here coming off the pile. Grayson Warchall. A couple others there, Ann. Yep, Morgridge as well.
And I thought I saw Glass in there too, but Doug Morgridge, number 11, was in on there. Another senior.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors on the team this year.
So that'll be a loss of 3 off a combined effort between a few different Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 13, right squarely on the 35. 3 minutes flat to go here in the first quarter. Again, each team has had the ball. Neither one scored. Raiders did work down briefly into Owls' red zone territory. Owls have yet to cross into the Raiders' side of the field. And a run along the side of the line here by Casey Nelson, not able to gain more than a couple off that.
Number 6, Nelson on the
In fact, he gained 1.
brought down by Moran and Whistler.
Moran and Whistler there on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and long for the Owls.
And I've seen 2 players get a ball snap. I've seen number 12 for Oscoda, Vicente Cole, but I've also seen that last snap went to Crew Weisenstein.
Okay.
So I wonder if they're interchanging or if that was just a Wildcat.
Oh,
But a Wildcat is usually snapped to a running back. We'll see what happens here.
3rd and 12. Full complement of receivers going out. And indeed, that's what we're looking for. And that'll be thrown well out in front of Randy Essenberg. Out of bounds.
Full pass to Eschenberg.
Covered by Ian Moran.
That'll bring up 4th
But
and
really good coverage in the deep field by the Raiders. He really didn't have any choices on who to throw it to. Everyone was covered.
So quick 3 and out here for the Owls. Again, they lost 2 yards total on this outing so far offensively for them. Started at the 38, worked their way back to the 36.
I'm trying to see who their snapper is. I'm thinking it's Gene Smith, number 68, from what I can tell up in the booth here. We need a spotter up here with us. We do, don't we?
Next time we'll have to give Tony a little incentive to work her way out here. And she did great. I tell you, last year when she spotted for us down at that St. Francis game, she did an excellent job when we were way up there in the press box.
She did. So, Tony, I know you're listening.
Yep.
Hi.
Love you too, Tony.
Love you much, Tony. Shane and I both do.
Yes, indeed.
You're like our adopted son. So.
Aw. Well, I am so happy to have you guys as my adopted moms. Because you have been, I mean, I've known you guys for what? Darn near
Since
a decade
7th
now.
grade.
Yeah.
Since you were in 13, 14 years old, mister.
Yep, that's right. And some of the gray hairs on Mrs. Not that there are many, but some of the gray hairs here on Ann have been from me, no doubt.
Yeah, whatever. I was very blessed to teach here.
No, yes, indeed. And a lot of students were blessed to have you. And speaking of blessings, great run game that the Raiders have put together so far. Landon Whistler adding to the pile as he crosses into Owl territory at about the 45.
He did. Again, it was a fake to Moran, so he could come over and swing to the right. And nice blocking by the offensive line. And I know I talk about linemen as the unsung heroes of the team because they make the plays happen. They block, they tackle, they're, offense, defense, they're working hard out there. And we need to give credit where credit's due. So here we go, and that one
He and Moran
actually does go
his way. He had at least 3 Owls hanging on him and finds a way to cross the line of gain yet again.
And I thought he was going to be a yard or two short, but his legs, he just kept him moving, and he powered over that first down marker.
Yeah.
And Ian's a great athlete in multiple sports. But if you look at him, he doesn't quit.
Mm-hmm.
He is a hard worker. I mean, he's I'd give him the ball all the time. But that's why they do so many fakes with him, because he is the man.
Yeah.
Ian Moran
The man.
is the man.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
Man, look at all the stuff that comes up when you're around. And he's still going. He gets an extra push from an Owl and gets about 8.5 to 9 there on that run.
Mm-hmm. That was for the Oscoda Owls. That was number 54, Brett Travis on the and also Nelson and Griggs, but it was Brett Travis that he hit him and he moved him forward. So what are we bringing up? 2nd and 3?
Second and about, well, I guess the board says 3. My eyes looks like it's about 2 and a foot is what it looks to me. And the final 7 seconds here, the Raiders are content to let the clock tick down. And we will go into the second quarter already. I don't know where that time went. As the Raiders are on top, 7-zip. We're going to step aside for another commercial break and come back on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere to the Ann and Shane show with Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home, or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more, the Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
And here we are. Welcome back in the beginning of the second quarter. As I get the scoreboard updated, and away we go. The Raiders again working their way heartily into Oscoda territory once again. Jess will be hanging on to that one, and pending official measurement will be about 2 inches short. I mean, literally, the nose of the football is short if they don't give the down to them, and they won't. So it'll be third in literal inches.
And they did a fake handoff again, and it was a quarterback keeper, but I thought he made the line again, but from this angle, I can't always tell.
Right. It is very close no matter what. We've got Ron Lugin right there.
Yeah.
And it is about a foot short. Again, he's right there along the sideline, so it's very deceptive being up here where we are. So thank you, Ron, and we'll leave that view for you there for a moment. As the Raiders crash through, no problem there getting the first down.
And this is where I make my pitch that officials are important. If you want to support kids and get involved, become an official.
Yeah.
Football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. Become an official. If you were an athlete in high school, give back. We always need good officials.
And hey, speaking of athletes in school giving back, you've got the Streeter boys down there on the sideline coaching for the Raiders, as well as Luke Stuck.
As well as Spencer Stewart.
That's true, yeah.
And Darren Munson.
Now, he was way before my time, so unfortunately I'm not as familiar with him.
You know, so I do know some former students down on the field.
That's right.
They're all coaching now.
Yeah. And another good gain here by Ian Moran. And Griggs there on the tackle again. He's kind of one of the main men there for the Owls as well. So it'll be a solid gain of 8 there for the Raiders on the back of the running back Moran. And Whistler will be coming out here with new marching orders. Just about 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Again, the game's flying by. The Raiders knocking on the doorstep of Oscoda once again, right down to about the 15-yard line. Ian Moran powering through, nothing to do there. Walks it in for another Raider touchdown.
Set up a 15-yard touchdown run.
That's right.
For Moran. He actually got the ball this time. It wasn't a fake. And waltzed his way into the end zone, as Ian has done many, many times for the Raiders. But again, credit to that O-line. And coming up is going to be number 60, Ian Chulis, for the extra point attempt.
Got a good shot of the student section there. Excited here about this game.
And the band is sounding good.
Yeah, they are. Moran holding this one. Ian Chulis up and good. Clears it no problem.
14-0, Raiders on top. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
We're going to keep it right here, ladies and gentlemen, as teams switch things around and think Professional Seamless Gutters. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be, and so is our good friend Orion Beningo. And that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. There's always more. They'll actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407, and tell them that we sent you. And also, Charlevoix State Bank. During a time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on our community and strong customer relationships. Those values continue to drive us today as we support high school athletics through our support of tonight's game. Check in on the YouTube chat here. Hey, we've got Ann and I up here tonight, so keep that chat line coming in. We're happy to know where you're watching from, who you're watching for, and any interesting other tidbits you'd like us to know. So chime in whenever you can.
And since Oscoda, they're on the other side of Gaylord. How long was their drive tonight?
Let's see. It's 2.5 hours for Tawas for us to get down there and them to get up here. So I'd imagine it's somewhere in that ballpark, give or take about 20 minutes. That's how much it takes extra.
Ooh, onside kick. Sneaky, sneaky.
Gosh, was that was that supposed to be? I guess it was. It looked like it was supposed to be a squib at first, but it was so gentle. It can't be anything other than an onside kick, which is an interesting moment of time to be doing that right now.
Well, that was textbook perfect by number 60 Yanchulis for the Raiders. But have to give a compliment. Very good heads up by number 50 for the Owls. Garrett Smith fell right on top of it. Did exactly what he should have done. And actually, that gives Oscoda some real good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, this is the closest they've been to Raider territory. They're at the 48 right now. Again, their last 2 drives, they have not gained more than a single down so far.
Number 6 on the handoff.
Yeah, that'll be Casey Nelson once again, and he'll be kept right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 7 for the Raiders, Kalen Titus, was the first one on him to bring him down.
Brought down by Titus and Glass.
And Glass was in on it.
Second long.
That's the problem, is you never know which of the Glass brothers. They just, there's 2 of them out there.
And they're both great kids.
Yeah.
And I hope their older brother's doing great.
Yeah, up there at Michigan Tech.
Yep.
Saw him this summer. He is doing great.
No, Will's a good guy. Always has been. All 3 Glass boys have been nothing
Whole
but
family.
spectacular for me.
Yeah.
So. Oh, I agree. The whole family. And thank you to their mom, Jenny Glass, who is a teacher. Very, very dedicated teacher.
Back pass play tempting here, and that will be well overshot. And again, excellent Raider coverage. So even if that was in range to be caught, that was very interceptable by about 4 different Raiders.
It was. And number 6, Casey Nelson, was downfield for the Owls on that throw. But also there was a number 11, and I don't have his name on the roster. So if anybody knows who that is, let us know.
Yeah, that is true.
Because, if he would have caught that ball and scored a touchdown, I would have liked to said his name.
Right, yeah. That
Give him the
kind of
recognition.
unfortunate.
Yeah, he deserves. And believe me, school rosters can change here and there. So, but if anybody knows, text in on the YouTube chat, or if you know Shane or I, text us a message.
Yep. So a 3rd and short 10 coming up here. And we've got our first flag of the game. Oh, timeout just beforehand. Okay. So while we do that, we do have a couple more sponsors we want to throw up on our commercial break. So we will do that and come back on the other side of this.
Before we do that,
Okay.
he did wave away the flag.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Stay tuned.
With unique gifts, home accessories,
And coming back into this one. Decision time here for the Owls as they take their first timeout of the game. 3rd and 10 here for them at the 48 of their own. 9:03 to go in the first half.
There's the whistle. Let's go. 14 in motion. No, back for a pass.
He's got some time. Sawyer Blazic closing in on him. Nearly completed, but batted out just in the nick of time by Ian Moran. The gentleman there, Randy Essenberg, tried to haul it in. That would have been enough for a first down, by the way.
It would have been, and Eschenberg made a good attempt, like flying through the air and pancaking on the field to get that ball, and it just bounced out of his arms. That would have been a heck of a catch.
And that's kind of the spark that the Owls need right now in this game. Already down 2 touchdowns with 3/4 of the second quarter to go. And they just have not been able to crack the 50-yard line yet. No real gelling at all on the offensive side, or rather defensive side of the ball as well. And that just goes to credit, at the very least, the the lines that the Raiders are able to put on. But again, great pass protection as well on the pass plays that Oscoda has been able to put out on the field. And away we go. A respectable punt will bounce its way down and die off right there at about the 13.
Cole's punt is down by
Nice job by the punter to put the Raiders back in the field.
Yeah. So while we have another stoppage of play, we'll take this opportunity to go to another quick commercial break, this time thinking
Come on, pick one.
Ward Boats. We'll go with Ward Boats. We'll be back.
Going again, Moran off the side.
Moran looks to have enough or close to it for the first down there. Yep, they're moving the chains.
Yep. Moran swinging out to the left, coming up the sideline, and enough for a first down. Yeah, Ward Boats. Big shout out to Kelly Ward, who helped me out last weekend. Boat was low on oil, and we had to find the right stuff. And she truly bent over backwards to find it for me. And we even was calling in other opinions to make sure we got the exact right stuff, because, you know, you don't want to put the wrong stuff in your engine.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
But saved our day on the water. Totally saved a beautiful day on the water. So thank you, Kelly Ward from Ward Boats.
And you have, I mean, I've seen, kept up on some of your social media posts, you have had some excellent weather, even in September, to be able to get out on the boat. So,
and hoping for more.
Yeah, you never know. Trying to get a few yards gained here. At about the 35 we go. Ian Moran once again.
You know, it was Moran, but he was wrapped up by two owls. And so Ryan Glass, number 55, came in and just got in on the wrap-up and pushed him forward some more.
Oh, man. This Raider team, just when you think you got them wrapped up, somebody else comes from behind and gives an extra oomph for a couple more. That's how this Raider team has operated so far. Done well for them again. Outscoring their opponents, I believe that was 94-25 I had put down on that graphic earlier.
Off to a great start in the season.
And why not? Get another handoff to Garrison Starrett. He breaks away. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, he gets away from the tackle. Raiders touchdown.
Nice job, G-Dog. Garrison Starrett, number 2. Number 12 for the Owls. Vicente Cole was right on him, and I thought, oh, nope, he's going to get him, but those Starrett feet kept going and into the end zone.
Just got a hold of his shoes right there at the ankles, and Starrett had enough momentum to eke away from that, power himself into the touchdown, and the Raiders go up 20-0.
Nice fight song done by the band.
Yep.
Gotta love hearing them. They sound great.
And it's good to have all these opportunities to practice that fight song, too, out here on the field. That means the team is doing well. And they most certainly are. And we expected that, too, in this game as Jan Chulis knocks another one through. 21-0, the score at the moment. We've gotten a few different video commercials up, so we want to stay right here. And thank our friends this time at TVC Cherry Capital Airport, another one of our fine pregame show sponsors. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to Northern Michigan, and now is the time to fly TVC. TVC Airport will also get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. To plan your next getaway today, visit tvcairport.com. And also, while we've got the moment, speaking of flights, Skydive Charlevoix. Skydive Charlevoix is calling all thrill seekers, adventure enthusiasts, and everyone in between to thank Skydive Charlevoix for your next adventure. Take flight with Skydive Charlevoix and experience for yourself the rush of skydiving right in your own backyard. Check out their website for more information at skydivecharlevoix.com.
Have you done it?
I have.
I have too. I've done it twice.
So another great couple of members of our community, Luther Kurtz and his wife, Amy Kurtz, I don't know if they still do it. I'm out of touch with the graduating senior classes the last few years, but I know the class before me, mine, and at least one or two after, he gave every single student a free voucher to go skydive, which I believe is close to $300 per person to be able to go do that. Wow. Absolutely free. And I took them up on that opportunity in the summer of 2022. One of the top experiences of my life, no doubt. Absolutely gorgeous, and what a thrill it was.
Isn't it great to be up there? And it's once that chute opens, it's a nice gentle fall. You can see all the lakes.
Yep.
It's gorgeous up there. I highly recommend getting pushed out of a plane with a parachute on.
As my dad would say, getting pushed out of a perfectly good airplane. But away we go. So this will be another onside attempt. Yeah, and the ball will be right there again at the 48-yard line where the Owls had it to begin a moment ago.
And I believe that was number 65, Seth Gutierrez.
Yep.
Again, did just the right thing, grabbed the ball, got on the ground, made sure the Raiders didn't get the ball. So nice job there, Oscoda, number 65.
So the fourth time. Oh, go ahead, Hannah.
Nope. I think that's just my thing. I like to see good plays on both sides. Now, I want to see the Raiders win. Do not question that in any way, shape, or form, because I'm looking at 21-0. I'm going, let's make it more.
Yeah, it sounds reminiscent of a football game this past weekend. Everybody was complaining that the Lions kind of ran up the score. And Ben Johnson even admitted it himself. He's like, it's Dan Campbell and the Lions. What else are they going to do? So this is good reps indeed for the Raiders, and we'll see some second and third stringers out later on, I'm sure. In the meantime, it's going to be a QB keeper, and he'll try and gain a couple on the sideline. Indeed, he does.
Cole on the keeper.
Cole there. Pushed out of bounds by Moran.
Not a bad run by Cole.
Yep, there they go. They just updated the scoreboard and the chains. He did gain about 3, so 2nd and 7.
Sorry, that's a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7.
And for the first time in, they are in Raider territory. Ball right there at the Raider 49.
All right, let's see him keep going.
Gosh.
So how's college?
It's going well. Classes are going well. I couldn't have asked for better roommates, to be honest. I really do enjoy being around them. 2 of them are Mexican, and so all of the food I've gotten to eat from them and the culture I've learned about is just wonderful. I really like those 2 guys. And it's been a lot of fun with them so far, and all the stuff I've had the chance to do so far on campus.
Awesome.
I really love it. Grand Valley is a very nice school. The whole campus itself is gorgeous. It really is. Focused right there in the Grand River with all the natural beauty. Of course, you know me, and I love being outdoors.
Yes, you do.
So
you forge your own path outdoors.
That's right. So for being in the Lower Peninsula, that's about as good as I could ask for.
Well, I'm glad it's going well.
Yeah.
It's the first fall I haven't had you in town.
I know.
So
well, they come up every weekend. Last weekend, 750 miles driven for next level broadcasting.
Cow.
So, yep, I still put in my due time up here.
Yeah, you need a pay raise.
Well, we'll have to see about that. But I tell you, this is so far, as that one gets blown up in the backfield, it was looking to be the strongest drive so far from the Owls, and Warchall there on the tackle.
Yeah, number 44, Grayson Warchall, as a sophomore, read that perfectly and was right there. The Owls play before that. We had the quarterback Cole on the keeper.
Yep.
But it was really well designed. He followed number 6, Casey Nelson, who just blocked for him right up through. So want to give those players credit for that good play. But my goodness, that sophomore for the Raiders, number 44, Grayson Warchall, on that tackle. Big stop. Brings up 4th down. Again. Brings up 4th down for the Owls. Again.
This time right at midfield.
So Raider defense doing a great job. Because I don't think the Owls have had a first down yet.
Nope, they have not. This was, I believe, their best drive so far. They gained initially about 7 yards. Then that great tackle by Warchall backed him up 5 of those 7. So it'll be a net gain of 2 on the other side of this, but they will be going for it. So we'll see if they can convert the 4th and 8.
They are in a shotgun formation to the right. Cole at quarterback. Number 6, Nelson, blocking for him.
Oh, just a hair, and I mean a hair over Cole Garreau's hands. And that would have been plenty for the first down.
Oh, I think Garreau wants that one back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice leap to get the ball.
Yeah.
So away at Grand Valley, all grown up. A little bit of a drought going on. The Grand River's a little low
A
right
lot of
now.
little drought. It is quite bad. You get away from the sprinklers that campus has, and it is very, very brown. The trees are getting stressed. In fact, the color is starting to change early because of that
Yeah, we'll
stress
suffer.
on the trees. And I just read a thing the other day from a group called Michigan Storm Chasers. They have over 500,000 followers on Facebook. They do a great job of keeping Michiganders abreast of all weather events. We'll get to that on the other side of this pass play by Colin. Just down to none other than Carter Greenacre, and he takes it in for 6 more.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I am giving credit for that touchdown to the offensive line because Jess was back there with that ball, and he had a lot of time to let.
Oh, and that got brought all the way back. Chop block against the Raiders.
That hurts.
So we'll have to wipe those points off the board.
Oh, man. It happens. It's football. You move on. But again, credit for that because he had a lot of time to give Greenacre time to separate from coverage. And he had that time because of the offensive line. Now, it hurts coming back and going 15 yards back. But let's see if we can do it again.
But before I was so rudely interrupted by what would have been a spectacular play, I was reading some information that Central and Southern Michigan is going through their worst drought currently in over a decade. So,
Really? But again, for anybody listening who wants to chime in, text myself, text Shane.
Or the group, the chat here
or
on
the
YouTube.
chat here on YouTube, preferable. I want to know when you think it's going to snow. I know we're going to get rain this weekend, and that's going to help things.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, here we go, Raiders.
So they'll just have to work for it a little bit more, and it'll be Ian Moran starting things off. Would normally be a solid 3-4 yard gain if it was a 1st and 10 scenario. 1st and 25 isn't going to put much of a dent into things.
No, and that tackle was by number 54 for the Oscoda Owls, Brett Travis. Had a nice takedown with Ian Moran right there.
So it'll be 2nd and 21 from the Raiders' own 39. 4.5 to go in the first half.
Raiders lining up. Jess in the backfield. Ian Moran right next to him. To his left this time. I want to see which way he's going to swing, right or left. Changes over to the right. And we have a whistle.
So it'll be a delay game against Charlevoix. And what was looking to be a pretty clean game by them so far, we're starting to see the typical unnecessary penalties stacking up against them. Yes, now they are 2nd and about Grayling, okay, about the 34-yard line.
Back to pass, back to pass. Whoop, chase down, sack for Oscoda, number 54, Brett Travis.
Oscoda taking advantage of the Raiders' misfortune so far in this drive. Again, they had what would have been a 50-yard touchdown completion between none other than Carter Greenacre and Colin Jess, but they are backed up now to, let's see, that'd be 10, 20, 30, 3rd and 33.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing. And they still haven't taken, it really is 21-0, folks. They have 27-0 up on the scoreboard, but they didn't take that last touchdown off of it as the touchdown was called back for a chop block. You cannot block from behind like that.
No.
Just don't do it.
And the Raiders found out
Number
the hard
two.
way, but hey,
Number two.
Garrison Starrett, he's making all that yardage up and some more, staying in front of the Owls all the way down to a Raider touchdown. 62 yards.
3rd and 33 from about the 25-yard line, and
Somewhere
he
in
runs
there,
it all
yeah.
the way.
Wow.
You go, G-Dog. Garrison Sterrett, number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Senior for the Charlevoix Raiders. Excellent touchdown run. Just came over to the left sideline and took it all the way. A few little juke moves in the beginning of the run to get some Oscoda Owls off of his trail.
So it is 27-0. So I apologize that was backed up so far. It was at the 28-yard line of their own. So it was not a 62, but a 72-yard run by Garrison Sterrett. And there's the extra point.
Extra point is good by Yonchulis.
And Yonchulis, perfect so far, 4 for 4 in this game. With just under 3 minutes to go in this first half, we are going to take a moment and step away for a couple more commercial. We'll be back after.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport.
It's a couple of, broke a few tackles. And finally, Grayson Warchall got his feet.
On the return and brought down by Warchall. First down, Owls.
So the Owls, there we go, off a decent return, will have the ball at about the 33-yard line of their own.
Yeah, finally brought down by number 44, Grayson Warchall.
Yeah.
Just got his foot. But not a bad return. I am seeing the Owls on the runs. They do have a blocker in front of them. Some good juke moves for that young man, too.
The Owls, no doubt, have some athletes. It's just right now they are not able to fly the same way the Raiders are at the moment.
Nice, Shane. Very nice.
Thank you. As that one gets spoiled immediately by the Raiders.
Well, we're going to give credit for number 78, Andrew Glass, on that tackle. However, it was more or less he fell over his own guy. One of the Owls got blocked into him, and that's why he came down. So, but we're going to give Andrew
that's in the
Glass
fine print there.
We're going to give Andrew Glass credit for that
Yep.
tackle. With 2:22 left in the second quarter. Erica Collins down there, the world's most fabulous athletic trainer ever.
She's been around these Raiders for a long time herself, doing an excellent job down there. I remember her back when I was in middle school.
Genuinely cares about all the athletes. Truly gives them the best care ever.
2nd and 16, a good completion here. One of the first completions we've seen all game long, pass-wise, but it's only good for a gain of a couple.
Wrapped up by number 11, Doug Morgridge, number 44, Grayson Warchall, and Whistler.
Yeah, 3 different Raiders on that one. Casey Nelson was able to get the catch brought in, but again, only 3 gained there on the play. As the Raider marching band starts to work their way around the track. If we have some time here, we'll try and put them on during our halftime show, sponsored by Charlevoix Auto, Martin Concrete, and Bartlett's Home Interiors.
I hope we have time. They have a set sail halftime show. And for a group, if you haven't seen them in concert, go and see them. They sound great.
They have been excellent here in these last few years.
Excellent
play.
performances.
Nearly wrapped up there by Andrew Glass yet again. A hope and a prayer throw here into traffic, batted around by 3 different Raiders.
I know he was going for Garreau for his receiver.
Yeah.
But I thought that Colin Jess was going to come up with an interception right there.
I mean, Colin Jess, Ian Moran, and Garrison Sterrett were all vying for that one. And just as you said, Colin Jess was the one who ultimately pawed it down. But a very good defensive effort there by the Raiders. Keeps, yet again, a first down away from Oscoda. And looks like we have an injured player on their side of the field. So we will take a moment to step aside. And we hope all the best for him. We'll be back after this.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out in getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor.
All right, we'll finish up that Charlevoix State Bank commercial later on, but there's the kick, sails out to the track, well out of bounds.
That Oscoda Owl that was down was number 4, Crew Weisenstein. He did walk off the field under his own power, so I'm hoping that we will see him back on the field. He's a crucial part of Oscoda's team. Obviously a team leader, even just as a junior. Never want to see a kid hurt, so we're hoping to get him back on the field.
No doubt about it. Whether they're a competitor or one of our own, these are all high schoolers at the end of the day out here. Just, of course, playing their hearts out, but also trying to have fun in a high school setting. And for a lot of them, this is their only chance to play football in their lives. So it's always sad to see when they get injured. And, again, we hope nothing but the best for him and that we'll see him later on. In the meantime, the Raiders have excellent starting field position here at the 45-yard line, and they have 48 seconds to work with before the half comes to an end. Jess rears up. Garrison Sterrett makes the catch, but lost his footing down there at the 15. No matter what, another great quality play by the Raiders.
Was that a 30-yard gain on that pass?
That was a 30-yard gain on that pass, yes, indeed.
And Sterrett did a great job. He paused. He had to turn around and kind of pause and come back to the ball a little bit. Made the catch and went down, and I know he didn't want to. So there was nobody between he and the end zone. But here we go.
Here we go, indeed. Another pass play. That's right up the center this time to Talon Jacobs, and he's got enough for another Raider touchdown.
Way to go, number 21, Talon Jacobs. He didn't get that touchdown easy. He had to fight to get into that end zone, and he put in that extra effort.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of Raider grit down there right now on the field. And here we come.
Here we go.
With the PAT.
Yeah.
Point after touchdown by number 60.
And again, if the Raiders make this extra point, and they do, Peter Yanchulis, perfect so far, 35-0. The second half, I'll have to look into the official rules. I can't remember if it's just the fourth quarter or if it's the entire second half. If you're 35 points in the lead, then it's going to be a running clock.
Depending on who's here, I could check that.
That's true, yeah. We'll have to get that info during our halftime break, which is in 22 game seconds.
So I know it's not going to happen now.
No.
Not in the first half.
No. Certainly not. I think it's well over 40 points in order for that to happen in the second half. Or first half, I mean.
Is it at 35 or 40?
35 sometime in the second half, or the entirety of it's over 40 for the first half. I know that much.
Oh, it's okay. The student has become the master.
Oh, no.
You know
People
it.
are listening to me
it.
on the other side of this, trying to mansplain my way through this, and they're like, what the heck is this kid talking about? At least I'm self-aware.
And that's okay. I mean, believe me, I have been mansplained things that actually the man has learned those things from me.
Yeah.
And then had to explain them back to me.
You see, that's the most embarrassing thing is when a man thinks he's all smart and whatnot, then it just turns out he's not and gets proven so wrong, and then hopefully they learn for the next time. But a lot of guys probably don't.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Depends on
And a line drive here. That bounces up and over the 30-yard line.
He's
and
got to pick it
goal.
up. He's got to pick it up.
Oh my gosh! It stayed in bounds.
Oh, that is a Raider ball.
Harper covers the kick.
No, they're going to keep it with the Owls. They say Keegan Harper fell on it. I don't know about that, Ann. But,
I don't know, because there was a player out there, and it might have been number 16, Dion. He touched it. From my angle, he touched it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I saw was number 23, Brooks Plackmeyer, fall on that ball, which would have been a Raider ball. But as always, we can't see everything perfectly up here in the booth. And so it was an Oscoda player that got the fall on the ball first. So a little scary for Oscoda right there. And I was about to, like, really go crazy for the Raiders. So here we go, coming around to the right side.
Yeah.
Juking through, wrapped up by numbers 44 and number 3. So Landon Whistler and Grayson Warchell.
And a quality run there by Nelson. We have 3 seconds to go. Unsportsmanlike conduct now against Charlevoix.
No reason for that.
No. And that's been kind of the one issue I've had with the Raiders here over the last few years of watching them is these random moments of kind of undisciplined, I don't know what you would call it other than simply being a little undisciplined there and getting these every couple of games you'll see an unsportsmanlike conduct or something along those lines. And it's just, come on, guys. There's no need for it. You're up 35-0. No need for anything stupid. But here we are.
And I agree. And it's going to bring Oscoda up, but that is also going to end the half.
Yeah. So
truly, it didn't hurt anything, but as a coach,
it didn't
I'd
hurt.
be talking to my team about that, because there are games and situations where that can really hurt you.
And that's exactly what my point was going to be is it doesn't matter in this game, but in a game against Mansalona, Boyne City, Kingsley here to end out the season where those will be quality opponents, things like that will matter. So something indeed to keep an eye on if you're the Raider coaching staff. But in the meantime, we are going to step aside here for our Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, and Bartlett Home Interiors halftime show. We'll be back in a few minutes after commercial break as the band runs out onto the field. That's fun to see. Good Michigan State antics there, brought to you by Mr. Jake Bronson. We'll be back after this.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, Fresh Coast Sliders, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky Media 45, The Lake House, South Point Collision, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Culver's of Charlevoix, Skydive Charlevoix, BC Pizza, Great Lakes Asphalt Services, Gray Gables Restaurant and Catering, Charlevoix Barbershop, Professional Seamless Gutters, Spencer Bryan with Pat O'Brien Real Estate, Ward Marina. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza.
Are
Are you or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find a solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or visit them online at wilmotelectric.com.
Have you ever wanted to try skydiving? This is Luther from Skydive Charlevoix. We specialize in first-time tandem skydiving and offer the best views in the entire Midwest. Jump from up to 2 miles high and free fall as fast as 120 miles per hour. Then, when the parachute opens, you can enjoy a peaceful canopy ride back to the landing area. Skydive Charlevoix also offers a scenic flight with every tandem jump. Enjoy an amazing bird's-eye view of Grand Traverse Bay, Little Traverse Bay, Beaver Island, and the entire northern Michigan shoreline. It's easy to book your jump online at skydivecharlevoix.com. That's skydivecharlevoix.com.
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza.
Are you or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find a solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or visit them online at wilmotelectric.com. Are you or someone you know in need of commercial, residential? The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s-era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
Have you ever wanted to try skydiving? This is Luther from Skydive Charlevoix. We specialize in first-time tandem skydiving and offer the best views in the entire Midwest. Jump from up to 2 miles high and free fall as fast as 120 miles per hour. Then, when the parachute opens, you can enjoy a peaceful canopy ride back to the landing area. Skydive Charlevoix also offers a scenic flight with every tandem jump. Enjoy an amazing bird's-eye view of Grand Traverse Bay, Little Traverse Bay, Beaver Island, and the entire northern Michigan shoreline. It's easy to book your jump online at skydivecharlevoix.com. That's skydivecharlevoix.com.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant.
There we are. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We had to take that one extra moment here to step aside as our camera was being turned back on. We welcome you into a very truncated Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, and Bartlett's Home Interiors halftime show. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit that we could not play or get the Charlevoix Marching Band out there on the field. They did a phenomenal job. The reason being, and we got confirmation of what I was thinking earlier on and did, since the Raiders are up 35-0, the entire second half, barring a score right away from Oscoda, will be a running clock. Charlevoix, this is something to be proud of, has by far the most sponsors out of our 5 schools that we cover. And I have over 50 spots between video and live reads to do, so we wanted to make sure that we got everybody in as close to their asked-for time slot as possible. And, of course, everyone in at least twice during the course of this game to make sure you guys all get your money worth out of this one. So I welcome you in, and again, to our Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, Bartlett's Home Interior halftime show. For some of your thoughts here, it's been pretty much the Charlevoix show the entire time so far as they go up 35-0. I mean, but it's not been just your typical Moran, Colin Jess, Garrison Sterrett. There's been some other great additions in there as well that have really made this a team effort. And I can think of one young gentleman in mind right there at the top of the batting order, as I'd like to call it for the Raiders there on the roster. You have him circled.
Garrison Sterrett has just been phenomenal as a receiver down the field and running the ball and shaking the defense and getting through and making his own opportunities. Another one I'm really impressed with is a sophomore. It's number 5, Carter Greenacre. And I mean, I'm always impressed with Ian Moran. I was impressed with him all last year and the year before too. But Doug Mortgage, number 11, has been on good plays. But that touchdown too by number 21, Talon Jacobs, getting him out there. Grayson Warchall, number 44, is shaking things up. And Peter Yanshulis, he's doing a great job as our kicker, whether it's the onside kicks, the kickoffs, or the point after. He's doing great. We've seen Andrew Grogan in there on offense and defense. Sawyer Blazik, number 75, one of my favorite linemen ever, as well as number 78, Andrew Glass. Just love those guys. And what I'm going to do right now is give a shout-out to our Charlevoix number 55, Ryan Glass. And I wish we could have aired the halftime show, because you have Ryan Glass out there who's playing football, but also picked up his trombone for halftime and went and marched the halftime show. So Ryan, thank you for being a Raider and being so dedicated to everything you do that you're going to pull double duty. Your effort is noted and admired. So thank you, sir. We really appreciate that. In the meantime, I think for Oscoda, I'm hoping again to see Crew Weisenstein back on the field. He's their player that went down, and I want to see him back. I've seen Garrett Smith do stuff. In their quarterback, Hunter Cole, he's hanging in there. That boy's got a lot of grit. He's getting beat up on the field because the Raider defense is doing such a fantastic job, but he is hanging in there and giving it his all for Oscoda.
No doubt about it. And that's been pretty much this whole team mantra. They haven't given up by any stretch of the imagination yet. It's just been, in pretty much every shape and form of this game, they have been outmatched so far by the Raiders, and that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. But this second half will really kind of go to show what they are as a team, who they are, not only as a team and a school, but a community as well, kind of the fight and the grit, determination they have out there to put their best product forward, no matter what the score is, no matter how tough things may be, for this second half. So we'll have to see how they go. And again, we want to thank you all for tuning in to our Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, Bartlett Home Interior truncated halftime show. We will have a post-game show as well to follow everything up with.
And Raiders receive the ball to start the second half as they are up 35-0 with a really good return. Oh my gosh.
Somersaulting off of that tackle from Landon Whistler. Go ahead.
He was brought down by Oscoda by Sutton, and had Sutton not brought it was 57, Zeke Sutton. Had he not brought him down, he was going to the end zone to start the second half. And that was a flip in the air. I am way too old because I know that would have hurt me.
I mean, I'm only 21, and that would have taken me out of commission for a while. The kid somersaulted up and through the air and finally landed down on his back.
We need replay.
We do. We do have a feature for that, but we need a full-time production assistant / producer here.
I know
for that.
somebody.
You do?
Oh yeah, we'll talk later.
Oh, okay. We do have Emma Brown has been our producer the last couple of games so far, and she's done a spectacular job so far this season. Unfortunately, she was not able to attend our games this week, but she'll be back next weekend. Boy, do I sorely miss her. Coming back and filling the role of running the clock and all the different production stuff, as well as talking about this game. Now, thankfully, I have Ann here to help me out. I forgot how many moving parts there is to a broadcast, so I have to give her all the credit in the world when she comes up here and helps us out.
She does do a great job, doesn't she?
So it'll be 2nd and 7 here for the Raiders at their own, the Owls 37. That'll be a good, solid run here by Kalen Titus as he crosses the 35-yard line.
Saw him in motion on the backfield, and that was a nice tackle from my number 14, Preston Nash, a junior for Oscoda. Good open field tackle. Nice job. But I saw Kalen Titus was coming around the backfield and went behind Moran. I'm like, oh, he's going to get a pitch. And it was a good pitch.
It was.
Textbook perfect by Jess. So, and speaking of Jess, I really hope his brother, Brady, is doing great at MSU as a wrestler.
That's right, yep. Got a scholarship to wrestle down there. Awesome seeing D1 Raider athletes. Another one, we'll get to that after Colin Jess tries to run this one up the gut, snuffed out. Well, he still powers his way forward for a couple somehow through all that.
How did he do that? Because 57, Zeke Sutton had him wrapped up, and it took 54 coming in for the Owls, Brett Travis, to finally get Colin Jess down for the Raiders.
I know. This Raider team, they just do not know how to give up, and that's a great thing for them. But what I was getting to a moment ago, another Division I player that Charlevoix is very proud of is none other than Landon Swanson, playing for the Central Michigan Chippewas. And Ann, you were talking about seeing him on TV a little bit.
It was so great to watch U of M play Central on a Saturday afternoon, beautiful weather, and you look at your TV screen, and there's Landon Swanson, number 51, playing for the Chips. Fire up. It was so cool seeing you out there, Landon, if you hear this.
No doubt. And the Raiders break through their second 4th down of the game, and Ian Moran converts on that one.
And for the small school that we are, it is amazing the number of athletes we have that, one, go to big schools, U of M, MSU, Michigan Tech, things like that. But we also have a phenomenal number of athletes that move on, whether it's Division I, 2, or 3. Zach Hankins is a perfect example, professional basketball player. After winning the Division II championship, national championship for his team. Phenomenal guy.
And we've had the Sterrett, the eldest of the, I'm sorry, Zach Nickel, as well as Jacob Claflin. I think they both went to Alma College.
And Pat Sterrett.
Pat Sterrett. Okay, I wasn't mistaken there. Nearly intercepted, though, that pass was Cole Garol there.
Don't forget Elise Stuck playing basketball for U of M.
University of Michigan, and then Ball State as well. Now she's assistant coaching,
for a Purdue team. In which town? I'm forgetting.
Lafayette.
It might not be Lafayette. I'm gonna have to look this up. But
part of the
But even another one, Ian Clapp, who went to swim for Aquinas.
Yep, that's right. And the same conference that Elise Stuck is coaching for, Evan Solomon used to play basketball down there in the Horizon League as well at Oakland. So So
we've had, for a small school, we've had an awful lot of students go on, and we're very, very proud of them.
Yeah.
But another one, Walt Drenth, coach for cross country at Michigan State. So
and seeing his brother out here reminds me Caleb Stuck playing D2 baseball down there. I believe in Kentucky it is. And we've got another quality run by a quality player, Landon Whistler, brings it to about the 20. We just have so many excellent Raider athletes, we could keep going all night.
But we also have Luke Stuck down coaching for the Raiders on the sideline, who played football for Hope College.
That's true, Hope College, exactly. The list goes on and on.
So, but what I'm saying, too, is it doesn't have to be Division I. Go play Division II. Go play Division III. Play at a community college and work your way up, or just have the time of your life.
Yeah, well, that's
keep with it and go play.
The path Jacob Mueller took. He went down to Muskegon Community College down there, played basketball with them for a couple of years. So there's always avenues to go after high school, no doubt.
In Amber Way, cross-country runner for Michigan State.
And a long held
Number 7,
fake handoff there. Flick over to Kaylin Titus. Brings it in for another Raider touchdown.
Talk about juking around and some moves. That was, I think he just ran 15 yards to go 10.
I know. Colin Jess held on to that thing for so long. Finally was able to flick it off to Kaylin Titus and got in another Raiders score. Puts this one up now 41-0.
Hey, another one. Rachel Duskamp's cross-country runner for North Central. Went to nationals for junior college for cross-country.
That's awesome.
Ben Meyer played soccer for Clemson and then for Michigan State. Megan Skolton, Memphis Tigers.
Another D1 athlete. Yeah.
Another D1 athlete. Addie Nagel went on to play basketball. Back in the day, Teresa Hart went on, actually played field hockey. Cole Wright went up to Tech.
Yep. There you go.
Sam Peterson running for Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Got to give a shout out. And Dominic Schwein went on with cross country.
So
all collegiate athletes.
So many great athletes, and we'd love to keep talking about it, but Peter Yanchulis knocks another one through 42-0, and we got to quickly get to some more ads. Charlevoix Auto, as we do have a running clock on the other side of this kickoff. Charlevoix Auto wants everyone tuning in to know that they're your local, trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Moke dealer. Drive with confidence. Choose Charlevoix Auto, your one-stop shop for exceptional sales and service. Wilmot Electric. Since 1983, Wilmot Electric Incorporated has been a gold standard electrical service provider throughout northern Michigan, offering solutions to any electrical need you may have, whether it's residential, commercial, or marine-related. No matter the case, Wilmot Electric has experts that will keep you and your projects on time and on budget. Customer-focused and community-driven for 40 years, that's Wilmot Electric in Charlevoix.
And I'm going to go back to that touchdown by Kalen Titus
Yeah.
because he looked like a little mouse running through a maze.
He
And
got
he
the
just-
cheese in the end zone, that's for sure.
He did an excellent job getting through the defense and
Yeah.
just picking it apart. So Kalen Titus, way to pick apart that defense. Ooh, another athlete, and I saw her down here tonight, is Sarah Weglandowski, who now plays basketball.
You're right.
In Alpena.
Yeah. And another kickoff. Avery Zip played volleyball at Alpena Community College as well.
She did.
Yeah.
And when I was announcing for a college game at North Central, Avery was there. And the North Central had to look at me and say, could you be a little less excited about Zip up there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, she's one of my students.
Yep.
And she's awesome. And I wish her all the best. All right, let's see what Oscoda can do here. Let's see if the Owls can fly it down the field.
There you go. That was good. Boy, we could keep coming up with them all day long.
Mm-hmm. We could. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Some people are like, hey, Ann's back. The other ones are going, oh, my gosh, Ann's back.
I don't know many people that think that way, that's for sure. I know my mom perked up. She was like, who's broadcasting with you tonight? Ann. Oh, really? She's back? Good.
I love your mom.
Yeah.
Number
She
12,
enjoys listening
right up
to you
the
too.
gut.
Yep.
But again, Hunter Cole for Oscoda, number 12. I really do think he's doing a nice job as quarterback, and he'll be even better next year. He's only a junior this year, so he's going to come back next year. He's going to be even stronger.
And he's doing everything he can right now against the Raiders. And he's had some great plays throughout the rest of the season. Again, they come in with a 1-2 record, but they've lost only by 6 points or less in those two losses. So
They're lost to, was it Elk Rapids? They only lost 8-6.
Yep.
And
And,
one touchdown each one. And the other one was overtime.
against undefeated Kalkaska so far. So
Okay. But obviously the Raiders eating up this game.
Yeah.
As the clock continues to run.
under 4.5 minutes to go. We're almost to that mark already in the third quarter. In motion was 14. It'll be Cole hanging on to it. Running laterally by a mile here to try and get a few yards.
Kalen Titus, number 7, right on him, ran him out of bounds. And Mortgage. Mortgage was right there too.
Yep.
33.
3rd and 3, though. That's doable. I want to see him get a first down.
By technicality, right there at the end of the first half, they got that first down off a Raider
Unsportsmanlike
conduct.
conduct. So we're not going to have that this half.
No. We better not anyway.
No, and it happens. It's football. These are teenage guys. It happens. Your emotions get the better of you. The excitement gets the better of you, and it happens. You have to move on from it. But as we talked about earlier, in clutch games and in clutch situations, you just have to keep your head level. And so the coaches will take care of that. Like Spencer Stewart, another former student of mine, so I got to shout out.
Oh, my gosh.
Rob Scully. Well, I had his girls in school.
There
so.
you go, yeah. Cole taking it again, but he'll be kept well short of the line again. In fact, lose a couple. You had Kalen Titus, Landon Whistler, and Warchall on there as well.
Yep, all three of them wrapped him up pretty well.
So it'll be 4th and 4, right at their own 35.
And I'm wondering if they're going to want to punt or if they're going to want to go for it here.
At this point, you might as well just try and go for it.
I know.
The game is out of hand anyway in terms of winning it, so just try and get something that you can be proud of here and hang your head on. And that's exactly what it looks like they're going for.
They're going to go for it. And it's an interesting coaching call to me because if they don't make it, the Raiders are already on the Oscoda 35.
Yeah. I get that. I do.
14 in motion for the Owls. Preston Nash. I think we have a timeout call.
We do.
Timeout Owls. So they're going to talk it over.
Yeah, that well-placed timeout. And take a moment to play a couple more of our fine sponsors and their ads. So we'll be back on the other side.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out in getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Love to. And welcome back in. No, Charlevoix did not get a touchdown yet, but Oscoda was able to convert on the 4th down.
Casey Nelson, number 6, as the receiver. And between Cole to Nelson, that is a first down for the Oscoda Owls.
Great job by them.
Yep, went for it on 4th down and made the conversion. But number 6, Casey Nelson, did get a big pop by Charlevoix number 6, Ian Moran.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
I wouldn't have wanted to be there in that way of Ian Moran either.
Sometimes I watch those things and I'm like, I'm up in the booth and that hurt me.
No doubt. So a great 4th down conversion yet again between Cole and Nelson. And the Owls trying to claw their way a few yards forward through this Raiders line. Gets right about to their own 45.
Yeah, but what I'm seeing is now I'm seeing number 23 is a senior, Brooks Plackmeyer for the Raiders down on the line right now. It's good to see him in there. Moran on the tackle again.
And Drew Glass coming out of the fray back to the sideline. It's be 2nd and 6 here. Short 6 at that coming up for the Owls.
Going to give another shout out to a senior for the Raiders, number 40, Kyler Hansen, out on the field. Playing secondary right now.
We got another pass play dialed up if Cole can let it go in time, and that'll be right into Raider territory. But I tell you what, that one just fell in front of Kyler Hansen there.
You know, it did. Had he turned around a split second sooner, he would have done that. But it was a good job following that pass.
There was a collective sigh over here on the Raiders side. What a
Well,
kind of triumphant oomph that would have put on.
He had a lot of green grass in front of him,
He
too.
did.
And sometimes you're focused on that instead of the ball. It's like, got to get the ball first.
Yeah.
As a softball player, it's like ball first, tag the bag second. Okay. And I'll leave Mrs. Bronson's down here with the band, too, and she helps out with the softball program, coaching.
Yeah, that's right. She
coaching
does.
those teams. That's awesome.
And that'll be the end of this 3rd quarter already. So we're going to have to quickly step back over to a commercial side of things. So we'll be back on the other side of this for your 4th quarter already. Stay tuned.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
As we come back in here, ladies and gentlemen, and we just saw, again, another excellent performance as we had to get that commercial finished up by Gray Gables from our quarterback, Cole, there.
Yeah, the Oscoda Owls quarterback, number 12, Hunter Cole, just had a 20-yard run for the Owls, and that was great. He was run out of bounds by Raiders number 60, Peter Yanchulis. But it was really, really good run for Oscoda, really good run for Cole. Got a lot of grit. He's not giving up.
No. And he's going for another pass play. That time a perfect spiral. Caught at the 30. This is the best drive so far that the Owls have had, and that's picked up there by Garreau.
Yep, number 2. Textbook perfect pass, textbook perfect catch. Brought down by the Raiders for the Raiders by number 7, Kalen Titus. Good hit there, too. So the Owls are showing some motion here in the fourth quarter. I'd like them to get that goose egg off the board. I really would.
I think they would, too.
Or is that an owl egg?
We didn't have to call it an owl egg.
That was
good. That was good. Good job.
We're very aviary tonight.
We are. I think Ann's up on me. At least 4, maybe 5 mentions to 3, I think, is what I have right now. So I got to work on my game.
5 bad puns to 3. Okay.
Well, you know.
There's 10 minutes left in the game.
There's some time yet.
Running clock, number 2 in motion. Cole is back to pass again. Long pass.
And a lot of coverage here, and it's intercepted in the end zone. My gosh, Talon Jacobs brings it down.
Boy, Talon Jacobs, he had that great touchdown he fought for earlier. Now an interception in the other end zone.
Yeah.
So he's got end zone on offense and end zone on defense.
Talon Jacobs took that out of the talons of the Eagles right there in the end zone.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
I thought of that, and I was like, oh, I have to.
That was good.
5-4.
We're here all night, folks.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that means Raiders ball on the 20-yard line. Here we come.
And the Raiders, they have a pretty good chance of running this clock out, I feel.
But that still, even though it entered an interception, that was the best drive for the Owls. They started putting the ball through the air and flying a little more.
Yeah.
6-4 there, buddy.
They were flying a bit. 6-4 indeed. Unfortunately, they got their wings clipped a little bit there on that last play.
They did. 6-5. 6-5.
And I think somebody across the way heard us a little bit. Got some laugh.
It's Friday night. We're both tired. Okay. Little Phantom of the Opera going on by the pep band in the stands.
What a fun piece that is to play.
We played that piece this summer. If you're just tuning in, Shane and I play in the Charlevoix City Band together in the summer. And he's on lower brass and I'm on saxophone. And we did play Phantom of the Opera this summer.
Yeah.
It was a good summer for concerts.
Yeah.
And number 44, bringing that ball up. How many yards did Grayson Warchall get?
Brought down by number 72, Griggs.
Griggs there brought him down. Gain of, give him 6 or 7 there.
6 or 7, okay.
I'm going to have to start reading these in between plays here to make sure I get our money taken care of. So BC Pizza, fans all around, it's pizza time. And BC Pizza is making it easier than ever to get you and your family a homemade, hometown gourmet pizza from the one and only BC Pizza right here in Charlevoix. You're also welcome to try their grinders, salads, and their other specialty pizzas. You'll know right away after the first bite you made the best choice in pizza. That's BC Pizza. How about that? Right in time. And we've got a decent-sized run there, past the 35.
By number 11, Doug Morgridge.
Brought down by
Makes it a first down. The chains move, and the clock keeps ticking. 7.5 left.
Sky Media 45. Need to enhance your brand? Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit them online today at skymedia45.com. And that is Tom Klemetson, owner of that company, who is one of our other fine broadcasters. He is taking care of the Gaylord St. Mary game against Bel Air. I believe they're playing tonight in Gaylord, and that's on our sister channel, Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. All 5 games this weekend, 4 of which are happening simultaneously tonight, are available on the nextlevelbroadcasting.net page, and another solid run up the gut by Warchall.
Grayson had a good maybe 8 yards on that run, so it brings up 2nd and 2. Keep going.
Yes, let's see. South Point Collision. It's football season in northern Michigan. That also means it's deer season. So if you, a family member, or your son or daughter happen to get a deer, not in the woods, but instead in the middle of the road, I've been there, then head on into South Point Collision, and they'll take $100 off your auto repair simply by mentioning this ad. South Point Collision wants to keep the fun in football season and keep you on the road during deer season. And speaking of our other broadcasting counterparts, the Lake House. From the moment you walk into the Lake House, the essence of easy living and life on the water shines through. They offer unique gifts, including home accessories and furry friend items. Yeah, not so friendly here is this run by Grayson Warchall against the Owls, and he is gone for another Raider touchdown.
We had one Owl get close to him, and then number 16, David Dion, was up there, but he just couldn't keep up with him. So number 44, Grayson Warchall, with a big run to get into the end zone. Taking the score of 48-0.
Yeah. And as I got rudely interrupted by another Raiders score, and I'm happy about it, their assortment of gifts at the Lake House include home decor that is perfect for your cottage or boat. Come visit the Lake House to commemorate your visit to one of Michigan's premier resort destinations. They are located at 403 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com. Peter Yanchulis up and away. The extra point is good. 7 for 7 on the night.
I was going to say, he's doing a great job as kicker tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
Raiders 49.
He is a solid player.
Indeed he is. And another younger player that'll have plenty of time to grow and develop here as a Raider athlete.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it right here and thank Martin Concrete. Looking for concrete work done right? Then look no further than Charlevoix's very own Martin Concrete. Concrete patios, footings, foundations, and so much more. But don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself by visiting their website online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com. They are your concrete specialists, as well as Gray Gables. Gray Gables Restaurant Catering takes pride in featuring a nuanced dining experience in Charlevoix since 1936. A modern twist on an elegant bliss awaits you as you set foot into the Gray Gables located on 308 Belvedere Avenue. And if you want even more, you can ask them about their catering options for a special event, such as a grad party, wedding, or family get-together. That's Gray Gables in Charlevoix. Bartlett's Home Interiors, celebrating 75 years of serving northern Michigan. The best selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments have been at Bartlett's. Bartlett's Home Interiors is a name you can trust for all your projects, big or small. See for yourself at their 35,000 square foot showroom in Charlevoix, or online at bartlettsHomeInteriors.com. I'm going to take a breather for a second. Got one more live read to take care of, and then a few more commercials.
Get it in. Get it in.
All right. Villager Pub. Villager Pub in Charlevoix has been a cornerstone in downtown for over 40 years. With their wide-ranging menu and an eclectic atmosphere from a bygone era, thanks, Charles, for the typo, it is the perfect place to bring your family, a date, or anyone to relax, unwind, and enjoy a tasty meal cooked and served by their experienced and friendly staff as a kickoff, up and away, booted all the way back to the 10-yard line. Picked up there by Vincenti Cole, and he'll work his way close to the 30.
Good run back.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Cole is working offense and defense a lot for the Owls. He's, like I said, I think he's my favorite player for the Owls. He's just got a lot of grit. So keep going.
Yeah, keep going. So let's see. Back to it. Villager Pub is the perfect place to bring your family, a date, or anyone to relax, unwind, and enjoy a tasty meal cooked and served by their experienced and friendly staff. Visit the Villager Pub today at 427 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thevillagerpubcharlevoix.com. All right, so that's that. Got the live reads done. So some of our bills are paid. We've got a little bit more to take care of. Again, As tough as this is to squeeze everything in, we want to thank all of our sponsors for giving us this problem, because that means we're able to continue to provide all this coverage for you absolutely free of charge to our viewers. So thank all of our wonderful community businesses that provide all this advertising money so we can provide you the best product we can. Without them, this wouldn't be possible.
I think that was 14, Preston Nash on that carry for the Owls, and it had a really good cut move in there until he was brought down by a host of Raiders. Strahan.
And Gabe
Boslow in there as well. Looking for Strahan.
And Gabe Boslow. Where's Strahan?
Must be from the JV.
56 is Gabe Boslow.
Yep. And we'll reflect the sentiments of our wonderful high school principal, Dan Terryberry. And of course, we've thanked the refs tonight, and of course all of our sponsors, but also the chain gang as well. A very integral part of every football game. Season in, season out, they're braving the elements just like everyone else. Of course, tonight isn't that bad, but when it rains or snows like it can in football season, they're still out there. So we can all be watching the game. And a big tackle there by Grayson Warchall, keeping the Owls behind.
Yeah, that was number 6, Casey Nelson on the carry.
Brought down by Warchall.
And that was a good hit by Warchall. He did a great job. And also, I haven't seen number 4, Crew Weisenstein, back on the field. I'm hoping he's doing okay.
Yeah.
He is over on the sideline. He's standing on the sidelines. He's still got his uniform on and his helmet on.
Don't see any
so that's
noticeable large bandage or bag of ice or anything on him, so hopefully they're just keeping him out to save him up for the next game.
Well, I'll tell you, the Raider defense hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
They're hitting hard tonight.
I've seen a few feathers fly from the Owls so far after some of those big hits.
I think we're tied now.
We are.
If you're still listening, thank you.
Yeah, right. Thanks for putting up with us. Vincenti Cole rolling out here. Had some pressure, but a nice completion right there at the line of game. Landon Whistler was closing in quickly, but a good completion there indeed to Casey Nelson.
I was going to say, he was right at that line of gain, and I was wondering if they were going to give it to him or not, and he did get it. So good for them, first down. That pass was a bullet, too.
Mm-hmm.
With 2.5 minutes left, Raiders on top, 49-0. Thank you for tuning in to us. Thank you for having me back.
I'm glad to have you back. It's been a lot of fun.
He was desperate.
Well, all right, I'll kind of admit it. It would have been a very, very tragic broadcast to have me call on this and running all this stuff at the same time. So without Han, this would be a much different product. And Grayson Warchall again pushing an Owl back, but he also had some help there by Landon Whistler.
Yep, number 3, Landon Whistler out there too. You know, and we really do have a younger team, and I know we have a lot of seniors that we will miss next year, but he's got a lot of good players coming up too.
Yeah.
Including our quarterback, Colin Jess, is a sophomore. Another 2 years ahead of him.
Raiders have a lot of talent here that we'll be seeing for years to come, and that's always exciting. And so far, unfortunately, I was not able to get the graphic up in time, but Snooze 2, which is a trusted playoff mapatology website, currently has Charlevoix. If the playoffs were to happen right now, Charlevoix would be second in Region 1 in Division 7. And that's playing the likes of McBain and Menominee, excuse me. And the final team is escaping my memory at the moment, but currently, if things were to stand as they are, Charlevoix would have home field advantage hosting McBain on the first round of playoffs. Charlevoix has the third most playoff points of any team in Division 7 currently.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The band getting everybody pumped up for the last 40 seconds of the game. The Owls are in their huddle. Band is sounding good.
They are. It's always
we need to
a
get
treat.
a halftime show up here sometime this season, you know?
Will.
All right.
Hopefully we don't have the thought of looming running clock in the second half to
that's
pin
true.
us in.
But maybe homecoming.
Homecoming,
Maybe
obviously
homecoming.
the Boyne City game.
October 10th.
Yep, we'll have to have the team or the band on for that.
Nice run, nice run.
One final good run here. Got enough for the first down from Casey Nelson. and that'll be enough to end the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders pitched a shutout here, something that the Tigers have not been able to do as of late. The Raiders go on top here 49-0 as they get win number 4 of the season, this time here at home in Charlevoix. Now don't go anywhere because we're going to have a bit of a post-game show, and that will be presented by South Point Collision, Gray Gables, and Charlevoix State Bank. So we've got a few commercials to play, and then we hope to get a couple Raiders up here for a post-game interview, so stick around for that. We also have the Charlevoix Culver's Concrete Mixer Player of the Game Award to give out as well. So we've got quite a bit ahead of us in that post-game show, so stick around. We'll be back in a few moments.
Bartlett's Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving Northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today or visit us at bartlettshomeinteriors.com. Bartlett's Home Interiors, where you're always at home. M66 North, Charlevoix.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Bartlett's Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving Northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today or visit us at bartlettshomeinteriors.com. Bartlett's Home Interiors, where you're always at home. M66 North, Charlevoix.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to our South Point Collision, Gray Gables, and Charlevoix State Bank postgame show. Shane Smith and Gorney will get the camera angle switched around here. We're on camera. Here we are Hi, folks. Nice to see you finally, and you to see us for a little bit if you would like. So, Ann, as we welcome everyone in here to our quick post-game show, it doesn't look like we'll be having the chance to get a couple players up here, so we'll worry about that next week. But in the meantime, all right, some of our thoughts of this game, but also we've got that very important Charlevoix Culver's Concrete Mixer Player of the Game Award to give out.
You know, I think our most solid player today is number 2.
Yeah.
I have to go with Starrett. The touchdown, the catches, the turning around and pausing to get the catch and bring it in. Phenomenal game today. I think he did a great job. But there were other ones as well, even though he's the concrete player of tonight, the concrete mixer.
Yep.
Culver's concrete mixer player of the game. But you also look at the solid play by Colin Jess back at quarterback, Landon Whistler on a lot of tackles, Carter Greenacre earlier in the game, Kalen Titus in the second half.
Yeah.
The touchdown that he had and everything. But Talon Jacobs, number 21, young guy, sophomore, and I'm really impressed with him. Interception in one end zone, fighting for a touchdown in the other end zone. Keep it coming.
And that's exactly what we want to see from the Raiders all the rest of the season. Keep it coming. This team was firing on all cylinders all night long tonight. Again, pitched a shutout 49-0. They've outscored their opponents by one. Hold on. What's 94 and 49?
I don't know. You graduated. You can do this.
Like 146 to 24 or something like that. It's a big number anyway. I'm getting tired for all this math stuff, and I've got Ann Gorney here who taught me math for 3 years, so I'm disappointing her a little bit, but it's all good.
I'm always proud of him.
Thanks. So anyway, for all of us here at Next Level Broadcasting, we want to thank you for tuning in. We've got Burr Ari running our main shot camera, Ron Lugin taking care of the sideline, and, of course, our post-game shot camera, Ann Gorney, my wonderful co-pilot here in this game. Happy to have her along, as always, and I can't wait to have her again, hopefully later on this season. And, of course, myself, Shane Smith, we want to take a moment to thank one more time all of our sponsors, starting with Charlevoix Barber, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, Jim Reel Ford, Professional Seamless Gutters, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Bingham Insurance, Villager Pub, Charlevoix State Bank, South Point Collision, Fresh Coast Sliders, Skydive Charlevoix, Wilmot Electric, Swanson K&D, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky Media 45, The Lake House of Charlevoix, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Ace Hardware, Spencer Bryan Realty, Great Lakes Asphalt, Grey Gables Restaurant and Catering, and BC Pizza. So for all of us here, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Hope you enjoyed having Ann back. We hope to see you again very soon. Have a good night.
Nope, there they are. They're here now.
You guys, we'll have to catch you next week, all right? Thanks.
They just walked up.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan. Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, Fresh Coast Sliders, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky Media 45, The Lake House, South Point Collision, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Culver's of Charlevoix, Skydive Charlevoix, BC Pizza, Great Lakes Asphalt Services, Grey Gables Restaurant and Catering, Charlevoix Barbershop, Professional Seamless Gutters, Spencer Bryan with Pat O'Brien Real Estate, Ward Marina. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.